Are you crazy? Or are you just mad?
Hello. Welcome to the Mad Musicians Against Depression podcast, where we discuss the latest news, research and hot topics surrounding mental health. I'm Thomas Maher, and I'm joined in studio by my beautiful co-host, award-winning singer, songwriter and presenter, Indiraa. Indiraa. Quack. No, mine's much better.
Thomas.
Mine's much better. Hello, Indiraa.
Oh, Thomas.
Hello, Indiraa.
Oh, Thomas.
Indiraa, welcome to the Mad Pod podcast. We are on episode 40 this time today, season 2. We missed last week, of course, because you weren't around, and I didn't bother to do it by myself, did I not? No.
Did I not?
No, did you not? No. So, yes, folks, welcome to another episode of Mad Pod Podcast. I know you missed us badly, but we're back again today. Today is actually Tuesday. Is it the 4th?
It's Shrove Tuesday.
Is it Froze True Tuesday? And you'll be listening to this on a Sunday. So it's kind of like back to the forward and reverse to the future and all that type of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, because we've got a time machine in here.
Yeah, we've got a time machine. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. Especially in the garden, in the herb garden. So, dear, tell me what's been happening.
Not a lot. I've just been really busy with my other stuff going on the radio and all that.
You had
today.
an radio interview earlier, hadn't you?
I had to interview someone on the radio, and he's an author, and he was nominated at the Cannes Festival for a movie.
Yeah.
And he interviewed me.
And he interviewed you?
Yeah.
So did you not interview him?
I interviewed him and then he interviewed me.
Oh, so you reversed roles today?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was good.
Nice,
we interviewed each other and it was really good.
That sounds good, yeah.
Because he wanted my interview on his show and I wanted his interview on my show.
That's lovely. So would you want to tell us who he is?
Yeah, his name is Shailesh Ram. Shailesh Ram.
Childish?
No.
Silage.
Oh, God almighty. Never mind. It's okay.
What's his name? So again?
Shailesh. Yeah.
Ram. There, folks, you can Google him now if you want to know more, because the Indiraa isn't going to tell us anything else about him.
No, he was really interesting.
Oh, was he now?
He was
yeah.
very interesting. But as usual, I started with the beginning of his life and so on, and I didn't realize I was opening up a can of worms because he had lost his sister during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And he landed up really getting very emotional. He had come prepared to only discuss his work.
Right.
And I don't interview that way. I start with,
yes,
the beginning and how you, school and blah, blah, and how you got there. And I don't think, I only do halfway through, I go into what they want to say. In the last 5 minutes, they can promote whatever they want. So it was 45 minutes and 20 minutes into it, he was like, this is so amazing and blah, blah, blah. And at the end of it, he was crying in my kitchen and crying all the way outside and in the car park. And he said, I haven't talked about it since my sister died during the pandemic. I haven't talked about it. And thank you for letting me accept that I have problems with depression also.
Wow. That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
And it was really, and he'd read up on Musicians Against Depression, the podcast.
So it sounds like a very interesting interview you had today.
Yes, but it was very emotional, very emotional. And it left me kind of a bit mixed up when I was giving him my interview. And then he said, you've got an amazing book in your life. I'd love to think about maybe writing a book. I said, okay.
You should.
You should. Write a book about me.
He should, of course he should. I totally endorse that myself. Yes.
So that was that.
And here you are now, again, ready to go again. So what's been happening? This is crazy. What's this Trump thing? Did you watch this Trump thing on, was it Friday?
I can't bear it. It's getting worse every day.
I was actually in the gym. When I'm in the gym, I put YouTube on and I listen to the news, or catch up with a bit of world news.
Yeah.
And I just happened to come across Forbes were streaming live, and it was
the actual puncher.
It was literally, it was Trump and Zelensky in the White House. It was and I'm not kidding you not, it was like the very first seconds of the argument had started. So I didn't see the initial part where it was all, where it was all cool and calm and collected.
45 minutes that went okay.
I actually just turned it on when it was kicking off.
Oh, good God.
And I have to be honest with you, I thought I was watching an AI spoof. I thought it was somebody having a piss take. They've done some sort of really well generated
and
AI
now they're
spoof.
all blaming Zelensky about it. Everyone's sort of turning on Zelensky because they're scared of Trump.
Well, it's all the MAGA people. It's all the MAGA people. I mean, that's the thing. It's people who support him are absolutely scared, crapless, shitless of him. And they don't want to stand up to him. They don't want to say what they actually feel. They're saying different things behind closed doors.
Oh, guess what's popped up? Ukraine ready to come to negotiating table. They've just got him over a barrel. They have him over a barrel. They want his minerals and they've got him now. Yeah. They're not going to... Today they've pulled out any support, military support.
Well, no, look, the minerals is one thing. That's fine. But if there's... What I don't get, which is an interesting thing, if they're saying that by signing this mineral agreement, that will be security guarantees.
It's not.
But if that's true, and they actually that's what they mean to say, so then why not just sign a contract that they will come to militarily supply aid to Ukraine in the event of Russia breaking any ceasefire? If it's true, they're going to do any. If it's true, or if it's not the case, then why sign any contract? Just have a gentleman's agreement over the minerals thing that Ukraine can pull out of any time. Because if they just want to shake hands on something and say we'll do this, then don't sign anything.
But you see, the problem is these people don't care when they even written things they go back on.
It's all about a very transactional with Donald Trump. I mean, when this whole peace deal thing was about him getting his business first, getting his slice of the Ukrainian economy. That was all it was for. Nothing else. There wasn't even a mention of the peace deal or how they were going to broker it, how it was going to pan out for Ukraine. What were the negotiation deals? What was Ukraine meant to give up, not to give up, and Putin, what were there was nothing. I heard nothing about that. All I heard was about the minerals deal, which obviously fell flat as soon as it kicked off there. But no, it's very, very sad. And that, I have to say, that JD Vance is an absolute wanker.
I hate him.
He is a wanker, so he is.
My God. He looks so evil.
Trump is one thing. We all know what an ass he is.
But he was anti...
But this Vance, what was worse is you got somebody...
He was anti-Trump,
Not necessarily agreeing with what's going on. Probably doesn't agree with a lot of stuff that goes on, but is just parroting exactly everything that both Putin and Trump are saying, and it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. So yeah, it's
and he
very
was
sad
anti-Trump at one time.
Hey, sure, he compared him to Hitler.
Exactly, and how come suddenly he's become,
Because he wants to be the president himself someday. So he does. And Zelensky gets berated for wearing his
I'm so proud of him.
Which is a very nice top, by the way, and I like what he wears. But Musk can turn up to the White House in a
T-shirt and a peak cap,
Yeah, baseball cap, and that's all right.
And the son sits on his shoulder and tells Trump to shut up. Yeah. Shush, keep quiet. Shush, keep quiet.
I mean, there you go. Talk about double standards. It's horrible. It's horrible. It was a degrading spectacle for anyone who saw that.
And anyone in the world with half a brain would not be agreeing with what's happened.
I say, outside of Moscow and Russia and China and North Korea and Iran, as the most, and of course, the exception of the MAGA people who support Trump, I think the vast majority of us don't agree with what went on in the White House and what continues to happen.
For Putin, he's had 10 Christmases in one now. He really has. This is the best thing that could have happened to him ever.
They weren't just drinking vodka. They were drinking it straight out of the bottle. Everything that's been gone on now from the last couple of weeks, they've been celebrating it. Absolutely. It's a complete victory. You couldn't imagine America under Trump be more aligned with an adversary in your life. You just can't, than what we're seeing at the moment. It's hard to believe. I could never have imagined, could never have prophesized or forecast such a thing. It's bewildering. It's bewildering what's going on.
I can't even, oh God, honestly.
It's bewildering. So it is. So anyway, We have, of course, today...
You said aliens aren't going to come now because they don't like the world anymore.
Jesus, I can't even blame him. Would you blame him? I mean, the world is in an absolute stiff. It's in a complete stiff, so it is. I mean, if they do come in, it'll probably to save us from World War III. That's what I think at the moment. You know, it's definitely not a... You know, there's... I can imagine them coming in peaceful times, you know, announcing themselves. But coming at the moment, it would only probably just to be save us from... destruction.
Yeah, well, Nostradamus' prediction for this time with the in the universe is there's going to be a lot of basically
of course,
war and this and that and chaos.
Well, Baba Vanga, every year she gives her predictions. Well, I mean, lots of people give predictions, but never mind. It is what it isn't. They say, I know everything about nothing and nothing about everything. There you go.
You're clever.
Work that out, listeners. Right, so today we have 2 hot topics from our mental health research articles, and we have one aliens. So my one is comedy shows prescribed for potential depression treatment. So basically, this is an article about the NHS are prescribing comedy shows.
Good.
To giving people access to stand-up comedy and stuff like that as a form of treatment for mental health disorders, anxiety, depression, you name it. It's really interesting. So I'll take you through at the moment. What have you got for us?
I've got feeling helpless and homeless. You might have burnout or depression. So if you're helpless or hopeless.
You said homeless.
I said hopeless.
You said homeless. I'm going to rewind that back later and play it back to you.
Okay, then please
apologise to me.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
But you're not homeless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was wondering why you said it.
I'm sorry. If you're helpless or hopeless. You better be sorry. Helpless or hopeless. It's really hard. There are too many P's in there. You might have burnout or depression. Another P.
Yeah, and we have the alien one, which is scientists think visitors from another star system may already have engaged with us, basically.
Yeah.
All right, Indiraa, would you like to take it away?
Yeah, so feeling helpless and homeless, you might have burnout.
You said depression. Homeless.
Hopeless.
You said homeless again.
Oh, God, I don't know why I'm doing that.
You said homeless. I gotcha.
I'm so sorry.
You better be. Apologise to our listeners now.
Sorry, listeners.
Just like Zelensky should.
I'm Trump. Sorry, Mr. Trump. I'm sorry, Mr. President.
Vance.
Mr. Vice President.
Mr. Pink Clown's Pants Vance.
Yeah, Mr. Pink Clown's Pants Vance.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Okay. Burnout and depression, distinct conditions that can significantly impact one's well-being as they share overlapping symptoms, as you all know, making differentiation crucial for effective management. Now, burnout is characterized by exhaustion resulting from prolonged repeated stress. Particularly in work environments, you're going to find this. Now, symptoms include persistent fatigue, feeling of dread, irritability, and sense of unpreparedness for work-related tasks. Physical manifestations can mimic serious medical conditions, leading individuals to seek medical attention. Addressing burnout involves early recognition, practicing self-care, seeking counseling when necessary. Toxic work environments exacerbate burnout, making challenging to recover even at job changes or vacations. Yeah, now I think I've been in situations where I've been frightened away from my work situation and I didn't realize that was burnout. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're younger and people are picking on you and whatever. So if you people are having a tough time at your work, you need to assess it in case it gets any worse. Depression, on the other hand, is a mental health disorder encompassing persistent low mood and other symptoms that affect one's mood. Sleep, body, cognition and behavior. Types of depressions includes major depression disorders, bipolar depression, psychotic depression, postpartum depression, that's after you've had a baby, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, seasonal affective disorder, which is SAD, as you know, persistent depression disorder, situational depression, and atypical depression. Symptoms can can be severe and include pervasive sadness, anhedonia, loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities, sleep disturbances, appetite changes, fatigue, cognitive difficulties, behavioral changes, and suicide. Oh my God, suicidal thoughts are the worst thing that can happen to anybody.
You're in a really bad state if you get to that.
Yep. Risk factors are a combination of genetic, environmental, and biological factors, such as adverse childhood experiences, chronic stress. Treatment options encompass medication, psychotherapy, complementary therapies, and lifestyle changes, self-care, building up the supportive network, and long-term management strategies, and crucial for coping with this kind of depression. If symptoms are severe, immediate professional help and emergency resources are advised. Differentiating between burnout and depression is essential as they require different approaches and treatment. While burnout is primarily linked with work-related stress and may improve with changes in work, environment, or responsibilities, depression is broader mental health condition. This is really important. It's not about your environment mainly. That often necessitates comprehensive treatment strategies, including therapy, medication, early intervention, and appropriate management, and key mitigating impacts of both conditions. So please, if you feel any forms of being down or lack of interest, you need to actually find out what exactly is wrong with you, because you don't want to be treating burnout with medication or depression with, without addressing it properly.
Yeah, of course, because you might diagnose one as the other.
Exactly.
One may not be different, or it could all be related. Because
Exactly.
with burnout, you get a lot of symptoms of
you think
depression.
you're
And with
depressed,
depression, you get a lot of symptoms of which you might also get with burnout. But burnout, you may not have depression with burnout. You just might be fatigued, but it can lead to it, of course, if you don't address it.
Yep.
So it's very important to distinguish what symptoms you have and get the right help. I mean, early intervention is always the best way. Particularly with burnout, because the longer you leave it, the worse it'll get. And particularly, same with depression. You don't want to leave it lingering. Get help as soon as possible. Early intervention is always the best thing to do. Always. I'm sure you've had burnout over the years.
Of course. I mean, during my tennis days, a lot. Just get tired. You get tired of physical training. You get tired of mental training, concentration. Loss can make you feel like losing a match after a lot of effort. Can result in like a sudden drop. But that can be, you don't know whether you're... But I think burnout was a lot when you train very hard for something and then the result just didn't happen the way you thought. And then it's just, there's no icing on the cake when you've put in so much effort.
Yeah, true that. Exactly. So, should we hear what my article is?
Yes, I'd love to hear what your article is.
Would you like to hear it, would you?
Of course I would.
Yeah, let's see what it is now. That was a long one, even though it was summarised, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. I did wonder when I was looking at it earlier.
Long summary. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, comedy shows prescribed for potential depression treatment. A new initiative, Comedy on Prescription, is exploring the use of comedy as a treatment for mental health issues, aiming to provide an alternative to traditional methods like antidepressants and potentially reduce NHS costs. Led by Craig Helt.
Yeah, Craig Helt is not good.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to say this. CRAIC, Craig Helt. The project offers stand-up performances and workshops to help socially isolated individuals reconnect with their communities. Labour MP Dr. Simon Ofer supports the scheme, advocating for the therapeutic benefits of laughter in reducing medication reliance. Comedy has been shown to decrease cortisol levels and boost dopamine, serotonin and endorphins, offering both immediate and lasting health benefits. Craig Helt has received funding from the One Westminster charity, with local libraries providing venues for initial events.
So, all of you, just so you know, you just have to tune in here if you're feeling down, because comedy is good for you.
Yes.
And as much as Tom tries to be serious, he's actually very funny.
I am very funny. And when you could see me, you could see how funny I actually am.
He's so cute. He sits here looking like a little koala with his headphones, and they look like big ears. He is quite cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't sound like a koala. I don't make those funny noises. Little piggy. Like a little piggy. So they are.
Now
Yeah, so comedy. I might have to say I'm not into comedy myself. I don't like stand-up. I've never really... I like the old comedians, like Frank Carson and, like Big Benny Hill. Their kind of comedy. I don't like some of the modern kind of stand-up
Big
comedy.
Bang Theory because it's quite clever.
Yeah, that's for intellectual, isn't it?
I like it very much, actually. Yeah. It's very clever.
It is very clever.
And I like Seinfeld because his always was very
intellectual comedy.
Oh, it was stimulating as well because it made you think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right. So we had Frank Carson, Brendan Grace, a lot of these kind of stand-up comedians I enjoyed. It's actually tell jokes. Tell jokes. So I enjoy that kind of comedy. But like I say, I've never been to a stand-up. Just watch a bit of comedy on TV and that's about it. But sure, we have lots of comedy here. You make fun of me all the time.
I don't do that.
You do, yeah.
I love you.
I know, but you still make fun of me.
I've been cooking all day for you. I'm not going to give you anything now.
That's funny, isn't it? Okay, so we've got our dee-dee-dee-dee-doo-doo-doo. Scientists think visitors from another star system may have infiltrated our galactic neighborhood. Woohoo! Wow, imagine that.
We live in hope.
Mm-hmm. Right, Alpha Centauri is a solar system closest to our solar system, and it is likely that particles from it could be making their way to or already be in our stellar neighborhood. To know what to expect, researchers used existing models to predict how many particles of different sizes may already exist in the solar system and are possibly coming in from Alpha Centauri every year. Studying the ejection and transfer of particles from Alpha Centauri could tell us more about how material is exchanged between star systems. While interstellar objects, Oumuamua, anyone with a question mark, have passed through our solar system before, the origins of many of these objects remain unknown. Did they originate in a nearby star system? Question mark. A distant one? Question mark. A completely different galaxy? Question mark. Unfortunately, it's not currently possible to track Oumuamua down further study.
I have no idea what this is all about.
It's very technical. Its highly eccentric orbit will take it too far for any spacecraft to reach or any telescope to observe. But that doesn't mean we have no interstellar subjects available for study. In fact, it turns out we have plenty of particles from another star system already here. The closest stellar system to us is the triple system Alpha Centauri. It's currently creeping closer to our solar system at 79,000 kilometers per hour. Bloody hell.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. About 49,700 miles per hour, and should be at its closest at around 27,700 years. Jesus Christ.
Me.
It's going that fast and it's going to take it that long to get closest to us. Wow.
They've got a long journey ahead.
Yeah. With that in mind, researchers Cole Gregg and Paul Weigert from the University of Western Ontario decided to see how many Alpha Centauri objects might have made it to us already and how many could eventually make it here in the future. A small number, less than 10 meteors, may currently be entering Earth's atmosphere every year, Gregg and Wyatt said in a study soon to be published in the Planetary Science Journal, and is expected to increase as Alpha Centauri approaches. Alpha Centauri is a mature star system at 5 billion years old. Wow. This means that most of the material in this system's protoplanetary disk has likely already dissipated, so it is not expected to release much debris out into space, though there might be material from the system in our asteroid belt and our distant Oort cloud. That said, the gravitational forces of more stars and planets make it more likely for material to scatter, and there may be planets or bitings in 3 stars, though none have yet been confirmed. To find out if Alpha Centauri could be currently ejecting material, the researchers turned to existing models of how star systems usually eject debris. The models predicted that, despite small number of objects from Alpha Centauri that are expected to make it all the way to Earth every year, there could be as many as 1 million over 100 metre in diameter sized objects from the system already lurking in the Oort cloud. Many smaller objects and particles may also be among them. The problem is that the Oort cloud is on the outer edge of the solar system. This would make potential Alpha Centauri objects, if they really are somewhere in there, difficult to observe. Though it wouldn't be impossible. NASA's New Horizons mission has a dust detector. Was it like Henri? Dust detector actively picking up on particles in the Kuiper belt that might have been leftovers from the formation of our solar system. The Oort cloud is even further out, but despite a dwindling fuel supply, New Horizons may be able to hold on long enough to get out there and scan for the presence of something from Alpha Centauri. That said, the presence of these objects is not certain. There is also the issue of smaller particles from Alpha Centauri potentially not surviving the journey to the solar system. They could be defected by magnetic fields, slow down significantly due to drag in the interstellar medium, or end up decimated by extremely fast atoms or collisions with each other.
I don't know. It's all gone over my head. I hate to admit it, guys.
Yeah, well, that was a bit like they're trying to say that we might find aliens or alien species or remnants of aliens or some sort of living organisms on these debris from this thing that's travelling at 49,000 miles per hour towards Earth, which will take another 29,000 years to get here.
Well, that's exciting, isn't it?
Well, I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I mean,
I can't wait, actually.
Yeah,
I can't wait
I
myself.
don't know which life I'll be on.
Yeah. You might be on that Centauri yourself.
Of course.
Well, many centuries will have passed by then.
I know.
Centuries.
Okay,
You're
that was okay. To any of those who actually understood it, please do tell us and simplify it in less than 5 words, please.
In layman's bullshit, yeah?
Yeah, in layman's bullshit, we'd like to know what exactly that was.
In layman's bullshit, yeah.
In less than 5 words.
Yeah,
10 words.
Okay. Yes, less than 10 words.
Okay, Nelly the elephant pat your trunk, said goodbye to the circus.
And she stunk.
Off we went with the trumpety trump, 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 trump doopy doopy doo, Nelly the elephant.
But she stunk, didn't she?
No, it was trump, trump,
Trunk.
trump. Oh my God, I hate Trump.
Well, there's a long, long, long list of people who hate him, and it's growing by every second.
I hope so.
It is, believe me, it is. It is. And that Vance, pink pants, clown's pants.
Vance, who can't advance, is
He's
so
an
disgusting.
absolute
So embarrassing.
P-R-I-C-K.
He is, honestly.
He
it's
really
just
is.
horrible.
He is. He's a loser.
All of you, please write in what you think of what the political situation is today in terms of causing musicians even more depression. Anything, just write in, because we just want to laugh, because this is just laughable at the moment.
Well, we're all looking for positive outcomes. We want this war
We need you to
end.
be putting your opinion in.
Yeah, putting it in, yeah. And putting the boot in.
Yeah.
So yes, we are looking for positive outcomes, and obviously in a very shaky and unstable world we live in at the moment, we're trying to pull anything positive that we can out of
so
there.
We can laugh. Comedy is the best medicine. After all, laughter is the best medicine.
It is. Laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah.
I remember laughter and dance. So if you can dance and laugh at the same time, now imagine that.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to dance now, because
You'll be
that's
laughing all the way to the bank, won't you?
No, I've been told.
Yeah.
By my therapist.
Yes.
To dance.
Yeah, absolutely. Dance. When before?
Yesterday I went to a very interesting lecture on. Oh dear, I don't know why I keep going blank all the time. Anxiety. It was very good. Mm-hmm. And so
Did you get lectured?
No, I went. Yeah, it was a good lecture, and then I went to the Buddhist monastery after that. It was very good.
Lovely. You had a very good productive day yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Today. And you came back all enlightened.
Yeah, I have. And today I've been very busy, so yeah.
So what are you doing after this show?
Supposed to go to the gym.
So go to the gym.
I will, yeah.
So your routine, keep up your routine. It's very important, isn't it?
Yeah,
and
I
then
am
you're going to get behind that cooker.
I finished cooking today.
So you won't be behind it at all again?
No, I cooked for 2 hours today, and I had 2 shows before this, so had a busy day. Yep.
This is your 3rd show, and you got a gym to go yet, so you're doing really good. So, without further ado, we're going to play out our today's show with a song that you'll know, who's a very good song, written by another artist, but you'll know it anyway. It's a lovely song, and do you know who the original author is? This particular version is done by the Jeff Healey Band.
Nope. Okay.
While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
George Harrison.
Yes. Okay, folks, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Mad Podcast, and we'll see you again on next week's show. For myself and the wonderful Indiraa.
Hi.
Bye.
There that sleeping while my guitar gently weeps. I look at the floor and I see it needs sweeping, but still my guitar gently weeps. I don't know why nobody told
Well, folks, on that note, that's where we're going to leave it for today. Hope you've enjoyed the show as much as we have, and we look forward to bringing you more of the latest news and hot topics surrounding mental health on our next show. Remember, new episodes of the Mad Podcast drop every Sunday at 6 p.m. Episodes are available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Music, and of course, the Musicians Against Depression website, an online toolbox that contains a wealth of information, essential reading, and links relating to mental health. As always, if you or someone you know would like to join the conversation, either in studio or remotely, email us at musiciansagainstdepression@gmail.com or visit the MAD website at www.musiciansagainstdepression.uk for further info. All links, including social media, are provided in the show notes. And remember, no problem in life is insurmountable, and help is just a conversation away. Until the next time, from myself and the wonderful Indiraa,
Take care.